So after cleaning the glass, Caitlyn pushes the rock hard on the break. In the moment, she sees a body leaking out. She's going to whip up a slick pass your mama hasn't seen before. Tremendous move. We are tied right now, Clerk to Samuelson. And there is, holy moly, Halle Berry. Despite 3 green shirts ahead of her, Sissy smoothly threads a tight window to get the ball to Katie Lou for the easy 2. I mean, we already know how lethal of a book to the lady wearing 22 ways. So in this episode, let's switch things up and highlight her vision as well as her elite playmaking by breaking down her delicious dime in amazing assists. And with that said, you better put your mink coat on and pop one of them Cuban cigars because this one is about to get fancy. To the Commissioner's Cup Final. What a dish down the floor. Wallace got a beautiful delivery from Park. Anyway, to get this assist party pop, and let's fire things up with this gorgeous wraparound pass in traffic. First behind the back, sitting right. Now, I don't know how she finds the nano with that crazy thread, but I'm sure as hell that is because CC has some eyes on the back of her head. And speaking of which, here's another mind-blowing. No look, dime coming from the queen of prime time, are above the break. Except for 1/4 triple averaging almost, 3 per game. So as soon as she sees the defense backpedaling, CC steps on the gas and then sneakily slings the rock to AB like a modern-day ninja. I mean, the skill level of this lady is definitely off the charts. And since we're talking about skills, check out this next one, where CC showcased her full arsenal on both ends of the floor. It towards block, with the block by in traffic. To ward off, the swat away, followed by the crafty breakaway, before shuffling it up for a walk in the park layup. Now I know y'all must be high with that fancy dance. But see, it ain't got nothing over this Knicks eye-popping play. Closing in on it. Give and go with Boston court kick out. Here's Mitchell Hubert. I mean, after receiving the letter, Caitlyn just pirouettes around like a roulette, then spreads it out to Mitchell, who then cashes in the rainbow triple. Anyway, Caitlyn surely does know how to make tough passes like that look so easy. Goes against Colorado. CC also pulled a more difficult dime than that which went something like this. Bounces, needs help, finds Skunky. What a pass. It's silky, lays it in despite her defender harassing her like straight-jacket crazy. CC squeezes one end and hits the girl with a bone in stride and on the money. See, setting up people's own backdoor cuts has always been part of Caitlyn's wheelhouse. And if you ain't got enough of that, here's another stealthy dime from CC to Kelsey, in the double-digit range here for 4 straight block. Bouncing, there's Mitchell. So after sucking a couple of bodies, Mitchell dives to the open spot, and with just a split-second peek, CC bounces it off to her for the wide-open left-handed flip. Well, apart from that sick highlight, there's also another moment where Caitlyn spoon feeds her teammate with a sumptuous serving. And I'm talking about none other than this play right here. Wheeler quickly up Port Boston. Running the floor for the layup, Dame CC just dropped that leather to her rim roller like a reliable DoorDash driver. I mean, Caitlyn's passing instinct and vision simply on another level. And versus the New York Liberty, her insane playmaking skills were highlighted once again, courtesy of this tough assist. Mark with the shot clock fading, great look. Smith, even if 2 black shirts are in her CC, fires a quick one from her hip, coming off a speed which feeds Nelson Smith for the easy scooping feat. Putting her in jail doesn't make any difference because she will always find a way to deliver the goods. I mean, here she is making a fool out of not just 1, but 2 defenders at the same time. Later, when Toronto's not guarding her up top, DeMar Caitlyn starts with Oxford. She's sweet. Jesus, CC just forced them, ladies, to play tic-tac-toe with her, even if they didn't want to. Well, speaking of playing games, here's Caitlyn once again, pulling all kinds of tricky moves before feeding Abby with a tasty dive. Done inside the arc. Here is Clark with some space, but behind the back. Oh, stop it. Off the moves. First she Broxton with the little go behind that have to stop into breaks. Caitlyn lasers a pinpoint bounce pass, which Abby grabs and chugs down. I mean, it goes without saying that CC and Abby are one of the most dynamic and lethal duos in the W right now. And to add more truth to that, here's a picture-perfect pick-and-roll action that will make John Stockton and Karl Malone come out of retirement, she said. 155 pounds 25 you factor. Said that two-woman game is simply unfair, and the same thing can be said about the situation right here when Caitlyn throws a fireball on top of 3 defenders. Late season top 20, she needs to melt empty space on the shelf to roll into the basket for an easy 2, even if there was little space to operate. CC didn't hesitate as she whipped a blistering bullet pass toward the golden-haired lady who got a huge mess. See, Caitlyn is no stranger when it comes to handing out dimes like that, because, against the Las Vegas Aces, she did them casino girls dirty with the slick curveball leads the league in scoring walk-off beautiful bounce. Pass seemingly number, in case you didn't notice that one went through Joe Wilson's legs, which means that even the league MVP can't handle the passes. Caitlyn is dropping on a nightly basis, and since we're still talking about one-handed passes, we can't end this video without reliving this amazing feat. Caitlyn got to her hair, so after seeing Smith sneak in behind Caitlyn, darts a blind and ruck pass, leaving the entire New York defense dazed and disoriented. Anyway, that's not the only time the defense can't figure out what just happened, because in the game versus the Phoenix Mercury, CC did the same thing, but this time around it hit faster, and the pass was crisp. Mark nice feed. Wallace with the layup. I mean on the break, 200 strides as fast as a loose gazelle, and when she notices the cutter, she dives it off the hardwood and hits the designated target, who lays it in right under. Now, to give this damn compilation a different flavor, why don't we go back to seeing some delicious behind the back, starting with this fast break attack. On who couldn't finish behind the back again? Pathak. Give you another assist, man. That pass is just plain filthy. And since it is so nice, how about we see it twice? However, in this instance though, it's the Washington Mystics' turn to play players. The victim Samuelson nice pass there to Clark behind the back. Oh, Smith. Anyway, we're now down to our last clip. And to prove further just how lethal Caitlyn is as a dime drop, here's CC delivering another accurate assist. Despite the initial error, the grinder doesn't get the ball work in the baseline that's off the underside of the backboard. Did a nice job for her. Cover it fast. Well, I hate to cut things short, just like Muggsy Bogues, but that's all the time we have left, folks. Anyway, until this has been the Hoop Doctor. Thanks for tuning in. Be safe and adios.